right, so we struggled with the triangle congruencies, seeing if the triangles were congruent. So we have two triangles, and I want to know, are they exactly the same or not? Are they exactly the same or not? Okay, so I am comparing one triangle to the second triangle. If they are congruent, then all 6 parts will be congruent because all 3 sides will be exactly the same and all 3 angles will be exactly the same. So that's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to see, is one triangle 100% completely equal to the other one? Are they the same size? Are they the same shape? Okay, so to do that, we have 5 congruency theorems. So that first one is this side, side, side. It's color-coded in green. Okay, so remember I said we had to show all 6 parts. So that means the 3 sides and the 3 angles. That can be a lot, especially if you're trying to prove them congruent. So we have these theorems here. We have side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, which also includes the angle, angle, side. And then we have the hypotenuse leg. They call it right hypotenuse side, but it's hypotenuse leg. Okay, so there's our 5 theorems. Okay, these 5 theorems allow us to prove 3 parts instead of 6. Okay, that's better because I would rather try to prove 3 parts are congruent rather than all 6. Okay, so the first one is that side, side, side. And it says if all 3 sides of one triangle, so here's one triangle, are equal to the corresponding sides of the other triangle. So that's saying that this side has a 6.5, this side has a 6.5. They're the same side in both triangles. This has a 5.2, this has a 5.2. It's the same side in both triangles. And then we have 5.8, 5.8. Oh, so if all 3 sides in this triangle, and if I have the exact same 3 sides in this triangle, then they're congruent. They're equal to one another. I could take this triangle and fit it on top of this one, and I would only see one triangle. They're equal. They're congruent. They're the same size, the same shape. That's the point. I'm trying to see if triangle number 1 is equal to triangle number 2. And one of the ways that yes, we can is by side, side, side. Okay, so then our next one is side, angle, side. So if I have 2 sides and the included angle has to be in between the 2 sides. So it follows side, angle, side, just like the wording up here, side, angle, side. So those 2 sides and the included angle are equal to the corresponding sides. That means it has to be the same sides in the other triangle. So if this one has a 6.7 side, then I want to check and see if the second triangle has a 6.7 side, and it does. And it has a 7.4 centimeter side. Oh, this one has a 7.4 centimeter side. Now, do they have a congruent angle in between them? Yes. Okay, so if I can show side, angle, side, side, angle, side, the same 2 sides here, and the same 2 sides here, and the same angle, then they are congruent. They're the same size and same shape. I could cut this out and fit it right on top of the other one, and they would match up perfectly. Then we have angle, side, angle. So if 2 angles and 1 side of a triangle are equal to the corresponding angles inside of the other one. Well, this one is going to be angle, side, angle. Okay, so it says 2 angles and 1 side. So here's my 2 angles. I have an 85-degree angle on this one on the left. I have an 85-degree angle on the one on the right. I have a 35-degree angle on the one on the left. I have a 35-degree angle on the one on the right. They both have a 50 millimeter or meter side in between them. That side is in between them, so that's why it's angle, side, angle. angle, side, angle. So as long as I can prove that two of the angles and the side in between them are equal in this triangle compared to this triangle, as long as I have the same parts equal in that order, then I have congruent triangles. They're exactly the same size and same shape. Now the one here at the bottom, this is the angle, angle, side one. I still have two angles and a side, but this time my side is not in between them. So here I have a 77-degree angle in one triangle. Here's my 77-degree angle in the other triangle. I have a 42-degree angle in this triangle. Ooh, I have a 42-degree angle in this triangle. And I have a 64 millimeter side. This one's millimeter. Okay, now notice that they have the blue arrow here because they're indicating, okay, that's across the 77-degree angle, the 64-degree side. And in this one, oh, that 64-degree side angle. Why is that important? Because it has to have the same corresponding side. So angle, angle, side. This side has to be across from the same angle in order for it to work. Okay? Otherwise, they're not congruent. They're not the same. So the fact that I have angle, angle, side, and I have angle, angle, side in that order, then I have congruent triangles. I can cut this one out and I can turn it around and fit right on top of that one. Okay, then we have the right hypotenuse side. This is the hypotenuse leg that we're familiar with. So this one is the hypotenuse leg because I have a right triangle. That's how you get a hypotenuse. You get a hypotenuse because you have a right triangle. So we have that right angle. We have the hypotenuse marked. We know the hypotenuse is 15. It's directly across from the right angle because that right angle is the largest angle in the triangle. And as we know, the larger the angle, the longest side. Largest angle, longest side. So we do have the hypotenuse marked. And then we need that corresponding leg. So we do have 9 centimeters here and 9 centimeters here. That is the corresponding legs. So we need to be able to tell whether or not triangles are equal to each other based on those theorems. Okay, so based on those theorems. So we want to determine the relationship between the two triangles and whether or not they can be proven congruent. You have to look at the markings. Okay, so there were a couple of ones that I saw that either you just weren't sure how to answer or you weren't sure the order of the markings that were given. Okay, so here, look, I have a side. I have the corresponding side. So these are the same sides that are marked. I have an angle, even though it's a right angle. And then I have a double marking, which is a side. So if I'm trying to choose between my theorems, then let me put a list down here. We have side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and then we had that hypotenuse leg. So these were our 5 theorems, and feel free to go back and check at the previous slide if you don't want to write them down. Okay, so we have side, 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 angle, 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 side, hypotenuse leg. Well, I've got a side, an angle, and a side. So are they congruent? Well, yes, they point to side, angle, side. So I would say it is side, angle, side, and yes, they are congruent. Okay, so side, angle, side, and they can be proven congruent by side, angle, side. Now, the next one here, I have an angle. I have a similarly marked angle. I have a double marked angle. I have a double marked angle. I have a triple marked angle. I have a triple marked angle. Okay, so it looks like I have an angle, an angle, an angle. And I have the same set of angles marked in the other triangle. Remember, I'm trying to see if these two are equal to each other. If I look down here, I don't have angle, angle, angle. Okay, so if it's not one of these 5, then it's not congruent. And I think that's what threw you off on the test, because you missed one marked similarly to this one. So this one is no, they're not congruent. They're not congruent because AAA, angle, 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 we can use it for similarity, but we can't use it for congruence because we don't know what those sides are. Okay, so we can't use it for congruence, but we can use it for similarity. Okay, let's try some more. And what I can do is I can write my theorems down. Side, side, side. I had side, angle, side. I had angle, side, angle. Angle, angle, side. And hypotenuse leg. Let's see. If I look at my markings here, see, I have a double marked angle, a double marked angle, a single marked angle, a single marked angle, and a side. So I have an angle, and a side. An angle, and a side. So if I look down here, I do have angle, angle, side right here. And one of the things that I noticed on the test is that they shared a side. They had a reflexive side. So maybe you didn't know to count that, or maybe you didn't know what order to go to, because if I go counterclockwise here, I have angle, angle, side, but maybe you went clockwise and you had side, angle, angle. Okay, well, side, angle, angle was backwards from that one. So test it out. See if you have side, angle, angle, or go the other way around and do angle, angle, side. So this was one that was kind of missed on the test, was an angle, angle, side one. And they did share a side. They did have the angles marked, and they shared a side. So I'm not sure if you missed the reflexive side and you just guessed and had angle, angles, or you didn't know what order they went in. Okay, going down here, I have a double marked angle, and I have another double marked angle, so they correspond. I have a side, and I have another angle. So here I have angle, side, angle, and I do see angle, side, angle marked down here in that order. And this one, it doesn't matter. Angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle, I can go forwards and backwards, and I still get the same order. So yes, these are congruent by angle, side, angle. And let me come back up here to that first example on this page. This is angle, angle, side, which means yes, they are congruent. Okay, my last example before you get to try them on your own is I have a side marked and the corresponding side, a side marked and the corresponding side, and a side marked. Okay, so I have all three sets of sides marked in one triangle, and I have the same set of sides marked in the other triangle. So are they congruent? Yes, they are, and they can be proven congruent through side, side, side. Side, side, side is one of our theorems. Okay, so to recap, you are trying to figure out if these two triangles are 100% equal to each other. Are they exactly the same triangle? Again, we have our 5 theorems that prove that. We have the side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and hypotenuse leg. You will have to determine that by marking out the sides like I've done with the letters. That might help you. You may have to mark your reflexive sides, which means the sides that they share, or you may have to mark vertical angles, the angles that crisscross each other. Okay, but now it's your turn. These last few questions are going to be over triangle congruence, and these are the ones that are going to count for your retest. Good luck.